What happens when you ignore a narcissist? You might think they'll disappear or give up, but the reality is much more unsettling. Narcissists can't stand losing control, and when they feel they no longer have your attention, something dark starts to unfold. In this video, we'll reveal what goes on in a narcissist's mind when you decide to turn your back on them. Get ready, because their reactions can be as unpredictable as they are devastating. Are you ready to understand how they really respond? Let's find out. Erratic behavior. If you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, you've likely noticed their erratic and volatile behavior. One day they shower you with attention, making you feel like the center of their universe, and the next they completely ignore you. This emotional roller coaster isn't random. It's a carefully calculated strategy to keep you disoriented and, most importantly, dependent on their approval. They know that by giving you affection and then pulling it away, they'll create a sense of insecurity in you that makes them seem indispensable. This push and pull pattern is designed to keep you trapped in their game. When they give you attention, you feel important, which leads to an emotional connection with them. However, when they withdraw without explanation, they create in you a need to seek answers. Instead of confronting the fact that you're being manipulated, you may end up thinking that the problem lies with you, that you did something wrong, or that you need to try harder to regain their attention. This cycle perpetuates emotional dependence on the narcissist. Not only is this back and forth exhausting, but it's also a form of control. The narcissist ensures that you are always off balance, never fully confident in your worth within the relationship. This reinforces their power, as you are constantly trying to restore the connection. It's a cycle designed to make sure you never feel completely secure in yourself while the narcissist feeds off your confusion and vulnerability. Ignoring as a control tactic. When a narcissist ignores you, it's not simply because they've lost interest or are distracted by other things. This tactic is a powerful tool they use to maintain control over you. They know that by abruptly withdrawing, they create in you a need to seek answers and reconnect, which feeds their sense of superiority. To them, the mere fact that you are seeking their attention is enough proof that they still have control over your emotions. This kind of ignoring isn't accidental or momentary. It's carefully designed to destabilize you. When they ignore you, they do so with the purpose of making you doubt yourself, your worth, and, most importantly, the relationship. They know the emptiness they leave behind can become an obsession for you, causing you to constantly wonder what happened and what you could have done differently. This uncertainty creates the perfect environment for them to continue manipulating the situation. The narcissist counts on you to break the silence, as most people are not emotionally prepared to deal with this type of manipulation. Once you take the step toward them, their control is reaffirmed. That's why ignoring isn't just an act of disinterest. It's a tactic to prolong their power in the relationship and make you feel like you can't find emotional balance without them. The narcissist's discomfort with rejection. If you decide to ignore the narcissist, especially after they've started using their manipulation tactics on you, you might think that everything will end there. However, what really happens is that the narcissist enters a kind of internal crisis. When they don't get the expected response, they start to experience discomfort that they don't handle well. For them, rejection or indifference is a direct blow to their ego, and their first reaction is denial. At first, they might convince themselves that you're just going through a phase and that sooner or later you'll come back seeking their attention. They often underestimate other people's ability to stand firm and not give in to their manipulations. However, as time passes and they don't see any reaction from you, their insecurity begins to surface. They start to wonder if they've lost their influence over you, which causes them deep emotional discomfort. For someone so self-centered, the idea of losing control is terrifying. This discomfort can lead them to act even more unpredictably. Some narcissists will intensify their efforts to win you back, while others may become more aggressive or use subtler tactics, like coming up with innocent excuses to contact you. In any case, what they're trying to avoid is the feeling of losing control. For them, it's not about missing you as a person. It's about missing the power they once had over your emotions. The narcissist's return. One of the most common tactics narcissists use when they've been ignoring you is to reappear casually. This return often comes in the form of innocent messages or gestures, like, "Hey, how have you been? I haven't heard from you," While this type of interaction may seem friendly or sincere, don't be fooled. The real purpose behind this contact is to gauge your reaction and see if they still have some control over you. By sending a casual message, the narcissist is testing whether you're still emotionally involved. If you respond with enthusiasm or anxiety, they interpret it as a sign that they can still manipulate you and that all this time of silence has only increased your dependence. On the other hand, if your response is cold or distant, they may feel insecure, but they won't stop there. They'll likely try a new strategy to reconnect with you. This reopening of contact is a classic attempt to restart the cycle of manipulation. They're not really interested in having a meaningful conversation or finding out how you've been. What they care about is keeping you in the same emotional cycle they never want you to escape from. That's why it's crucial to understand that these contacts are manipulations disguised as friendliness, designed to reactivate their control over you. Standing firm and not falling into their emotional traps is key to breaking this cycle. The narcissist's obsession: when they lose control. When the narcissist realizes that their tactics aren't working as expected, they may start to become obsessed with the person who is no longer responding the way they used to. For them, losing control is an unbearable experience. Someone who was once predictable and easy to manipulate has now become an enigma they can't solve, which frustrates them and intensifies their need to regain their influence. This obsession can manifest in various ways. The narcissist might begin to look for subtler or more aggressive ways to reconnect with you, whether through constant messages, showing up unexpectedly at places where they know you'll be, or trying to use people close to you to get information about you. Unable to predict your behavior, the narcissist is forced to invest more time and energy in trying to regain the control they feel they've lost. It's important to understand that, while this obsession may seem like a sign of genuine interest, it's not. They're not obsessed with you as a person, but with the idea of putting you back under their emotional control. What they're really after is restoring the power dynamic where they always have the upper hand. At this point, it's crucial to remain firm and not give in to their manipulation attempts, as this will only fuel their need for control. Warning: beware of playing the narcissist's game. Some people, once they realize the narcissist's manipulation tactics, opt to play their game. This means they start ignoring the narcissist the same way the narcissist ignores them, adopting a cold and distant attitude in hopes of beating them at their own game. While this might seem like an effective strategy in the short term, it's important to be cautious, as it can have unexpected and harmful effects on your emotional well-being. Mimicking narcissistic behavior can lead you into an even more toxic dynamic. Instead of freeing yourself from manipulation, you could end up trapped in a cycle of mind games that benefits no one. Additionally, it's important to remember that the narcissist is an expert at this kind of behavior. For them, manipulation and control are natural ways of relating. In contrast, for you, it can become a source of emotional exhaustion and stress. The true goal when dealing with a narcissist should not be to play their game better, but to completely exit it. The focus should be on protecting your mental and emotional health. In the end, what matters most is prioritizing your well-being, setting clear boundaries, and seeking the support you need to avoid falling back into their manipulative tactics. Playing the narcissist's game may seem tempting, but it's crucial to remember that real power lies in breaking the cycle, not perpetuating it. In conclusion, ignoring a narcissist can put them in check, but it's not the end of the game. When a narcissist feels they're losing control, they may intensify their efforts, resorting to tactics like reappearing with casual messages or becoming obsessed. However, their goal is never your well-being, but to regain the power they feel they've lost. That's why it's essential to stay firm in your decision not to give in to their manipulations. Leave your opinion and personal experience in the comments. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.